Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
I am not a big fan of speed cameras, the cameras that the government places out there and just sits there. And if you drive past it too fast, it photographs your license plate, and then you get mailed a ticket. Now, oftentimes those tickets are a little different than one written by an actual police officer in the sense that oftentimes they don't include points. They're often just pay the fine and go away. And there's a couple reasons I'm not crazy about them. I'm not a big advocate saying we should all just abolish speed limits, okay? But I do think that it's better to have police officers enforce those rules because police officers have some discretion. And so they can look at the situation and decide whether a ticket is appropriate. Whereas these machines are just set to just kick out tickets, okay? So Brian sent me notes that Steve checked the story out of Iowa from KCCI. Bo Bowman wrote this. Central Iowa City plans to put cameras to catch speeders on I-80. So there's an interstate passing by this town, and they're going to put these cameras on the interstate. So you're driving cross country, happen to be in Iowa, and there might be somebody photographing your plate as you zoom by. Speed cameras are coming to Newton, and it'll be put up on I-80. In the city council meeting on Monday, council members voted unanimously to move forward with the speed camera project. Road signs along I-80 mark the road as a safety corridor. The city claims the stretch of interstate is in the top 1% of all crashes over the last 5 years. The city says its police and fire departments respond to an average of 210 incidents and crashes. So of incidents and crashes, they have 2 every 3 days, basically. Ballpark. Other cities that have implemented similar speed cameras have seen a massive increase in revenue. Now, I don't know if the reporter did that on purpose. But he points out, by putting these two sentences next to each other, what's really going on here. The city says its police and fire departments respond to an average of 210 incidents and crashes. Other cities that have implemented similar speed cameras have seen a massive increase in revenue. See, not every sentence in a story has to follow from the previous sentence. Sometimes you move on to a new topic. And so if you were actually saying, no, but does the second sentence follow the first one? Well, in many respects, it's a non sequitur because they're talking about safety in one sentence and revenue generation in the other. But we know what's going on here. This has nothing to do with safety. It has everything to do with a massive increase in revenue. You put this thing out there, and all it does is it prints money. And it prints money on a lot of out-of-staters and a lot of out-of-towners. A KCCI report last year found that Prairie City's new cameras in town and on Highway 163 collected $1.7 million to the city in fiscal year 2022. And of course, you don't have to pay the machine a salary. The machine doesn't get benefits. The machine doesn't take time off. It just sits there and kicks out the tickets. The Iowa DOT's website shows on average I-80 at Newton sees more than 3 times the amount of traffic that drives by Prairie City, according to their last traffic count conducted in 2022. So you notice it says it sees 3 times the traffic. Doesn't mention accidents. The city of Newton says it could take at least 6 months of setup before the cameras are operational. After they're turned on, the city says that for the first 30 days, the cameras will only issue warnings. So you'll get a warning for the first 30 days. The city says revenue collected from the cameras will only be used to pay employees to work the camera, buy public safety vehicles and equipment for the Newton police and fire departments, and fund a one-time street improvement project. We'll see how long that lasts. People that KCCI spoke with in Newton are split on the cameras. I don't think it's a good idea to do that. I think it's just a money grab, said one man. Another says, I think they're a good idea. People drive like crazy here. No one from the city was available for an interview on Thursday, but KCCI got a statement that was attributed to the mayor that said, in part, speeding poses a significant problem, and it is the primary cause of fatal crashes, thereby negatively impacting everyone's safety on the road. The system will be placed outside our primary business and residential areas where our police and fire departments respond to dangerous incidents, some of which are caused by speeding vehicles at all hours of the day and night and in poor weather conditions. The primary goal is to ensure public safety by preventing speeding and keeping our police officers, firefighters, and EMTs safe. The state legislature is considering a bill that would ban speed cameras across Iowa, and some have been trying to pass that bill for 7 years. Some Senate Republicans are hopeful this year could be the year. It's always hard to predict traffic cameras. For 7 years we've had a certain part of our caucus trying to ban them. We have a different part that wants to just regulate them. And that alone is hard enough to figure out, says Senator Jack Whitver, speaking on KCCI's program Close Up last week. The Newton City Council was advised that if the legislature does end up banning them, their contract with the speed camera company will be null and void. Null and void. Newton won't be the only city along I-80 with the cameras. Grinnell is also adding cameras and a mobile unit by this spring. More than a dozen Iowa cities, including Newton and Grinnell, have hired the same Swedish company to run the project. So we got a Swedish company bringing in their equipment to stand by the side of the road. We've reached out to Grinnell and the company for more information about the projects, but have not heard back. And that, of course, is Bo Bowman of KCCI following up on this story. And it looks like they're all over this. And so there's no doubt there are people who speed all the time. And I spend a lot of time driving up and down I-75. So Michigan's Lower Peninsula is like this, and I-75 basically goes all the way up, crosses the Mackinac Bridge, then it goes across the Upper Peninsula to Sault Ste. Marie. And then from there, if you want, you can take the bridge over into Canada. Okay? I-75. There are stretches of I-75 that are just long, lonesome highways. And they're smooth, they're dry, and they're inviting to drive upon. And every now and then, you'll be driving along at exactly the speed limit. And somebody will go flying by you, driving a motorhome with a diesel pusher that you didn't think could do 90 miles per hour while towing a boat. And yet it'll go zooming by you, off in the sunset. Oh, the sunset's that way. But I digress. And of course, there are sections up that are famous for having police hanging out with their radar guns, waiting for somebody like that to go flying by. And, what if you put a machine there and it just sat there and ticketed every single person that went by? And you can set it, by the way. Do you set it for 5 over? Do you set it for 10 over, 9 over, 11? What do you do? And so, like I said, I'm not a big fan of these. And there's 2 reasons, and one of which, as I mentioned earlier, is that a police officer has the discretion. So I've mentioned I got pulled over twice in the last 5 years. Pulled over twice. And the first time a police officer pulled me over 5 years ago, he said, no, 7 years ago actually, he said, you were speeding. And I might have been, but I had just gotten off the freeway and I was on a country road and he goes, you're doing 10 over. And might have been. But he cut me a break and said, that's okay. Have a nice day. He checked my information and all that. But the other one, I got pulled over. I hadn't done anything wrong. And it was a day or two before New Year's. And the police officer actually said, I'm looking for drunks. Have a nice night. Didn't even look at my driver's license. Didn't even look for it. And so I like the idea about the police officers doing their job and using some discretion. But the other problem I've got is that these things, because they become cash cows, don't get viewed as safety devices. They get viewed as a revenue stream. And it worries me whenever a municipality or a government goes, hey, we have a new revenue stream. If we put up one of these things and it makes us $1 million a year, couldn't we put up 2 and make $2 million a year? Could we put up 4 and make, see what I'm saying? And that's the problem I've got. Next thing you know, these things are everywhere. And I don't know about you, but I'm not too crazy about being surveilled everywhere I go, even if I'm driving under the speed limit. So I have a problem with that. And so my concern is that is what would happen, is that it would just simply be a matter of more and more of these things will be coming in. Pretty soon they're everywhere. Will we be safer? I don't know. I'd like to see if somebody's ever actually done a good study on what the situation is where you have the traditional police officers patrolling a stretch of road, and then you have the machines from Sweden patrolling a stretch of road. And I also have another question for you. I'm a big Buy American guy. I've mentioned before, I'm not preaching this and saying that you have to convert, but I'm at my age now where I've owned 25 or 30 cars in my life, maybe more. I don't know. It's been a long time since I added them all up. And to this date, I still have never owned a foreign car. I'm talking about a foreign badged car, okay? So every car I've ever owned, for the most part, is Ford, GM, or Chrysler. I own an AM General truck. I currently have a Backdraft Cobra. But for the most part, every vehicle I've owned is an American badged car. Are you telling me that there's not an American company that makes these cameras? Really? Don't get me wrong. I love our Swedish allies. But really, they couldn't find an American company to build one of these cameras. I would object to it on those grounds alone. However, my family is filled with Finnish ancestry, and the Finns and the Swedes, we've got some history to us. We get along now, but there's a time when we scrapped. So anyway, I've gone far astray. I'm sorry about that. But Brian, thanks for sending it from KCCI, and Bo Bowman, who wrote it. Central Iowa city of Newton plans to put up cameras to catch speeders on I-80, and not everyone's happy about it. Questions or comments, put them below. Let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Lehto's Law. I run 6 to 8 miles a day, plus weights and aerobics in the lunch hour. I also lie a lot, which keeps me thin.